Way to the end zone. It's the Panthers and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind, we're in for a terrific game. A dream scenario to start it off for one side of the ball, a nightmare for the other to get this game started.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. The other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They go play action with Willis. And he rifles one incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while. Let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. 1st down, Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. For Gallup, a check on the numbers from a week ago. 5 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On second down, Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Prescott looks to throw on first.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like with the
touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right? Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
On the move to his left. He's got a man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Willis now off of play action.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those run.
Touchdown, Panthers! Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 28 yards.
And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
I believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They find some open feet. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott.
His first rushing touchdown of the year.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers about ready to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Willis now off play action.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Again, Willis to throw.
Caught on the slant. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Willis will try and throw for this.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Prescott to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Malik Willis gets set to lead this offense once again.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Right there, hurt.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. In motion goes the tight end.
Now Willis on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jenkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
Play action, Willis.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They want
touchdown. A great effort there.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Willis to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. It's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A first down throw for Prescott. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They go play action with Willis. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Willis looking to throw it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Here's Willis. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Third down, it's Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. On first down, Willis. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. That's to his running back, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 57 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. And getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
throwing. Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
18 yards the gain for number 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
132 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Willis now off of play action. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Quick slant to Brown.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Willis wants to pass it again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Willis to throw.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
1st and 10, Willis. This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They juked him.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
10 more there and another first down.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
There's a quick throw completed by Willis.
Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. Taking it in.
And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Moore, the man in motion.
19, Pioneer. Hey, check that. Street. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
Right back to Tolbert.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
The give is to Elliott. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Gabe Neighbors.
His 1st touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
He's going to look deep for Moore. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard.
And they will.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. It's caught. Tolbert.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Play action now. Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz on the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Slide. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Amari Barno in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down throw coming by Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And they work this well upfield across the...
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second down, here's Willis.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis.
He finds his man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now,
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent game. Yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Willis now off play action.
That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. That's caught, and he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Elliott. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Panthers down by 16, and time a huge factor. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
Here's Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds.
Throwing, Willis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now a third down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Willis, gotta have this one.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first.